Hello, everyone out there who might be listening. I hope the new year is treating you well. Just want to say Happy New Year 2018. And I am going to do a podcast on the subject of music and math. So this is Christopher Brent coming to you tonight. I operate a piano studio here in Troy, Michigan, which is a suburb of Detroit here in Michigan in the United States. So I'm often asked if I was a good student in math because I am a musician and I excelled in music as a kid. So the answer to that question is no, not really. Math was not my number one subject, and I was not really a big-time math and science guy. I was more of a history, philosophy, arts kind of person. When it came to subjects in school. History was actually one of the biggest subjects, but when it came to poetry, history, philosophy, theology, religion, things like that actually were really interesting to me, and I excelled in those subjects more. Math just didn't really sit well with me, I think that proves that you can still be good at music and not be a math whiz or a math genius. So there is obviously a mathematical aspect to music, right, when you're looking at rhythm. Rhythm is the one thing that comes to mind right away when we're talking about the mathematical aspect. Rhythm has to do with how long notes are held for on the musical timeline. So some notes are held down for a long time, like a whole note or maybe even a half note, right? And other notes are obviously going to be played at a quicker speed in a certain sense, like 16th notes or 8th notes, right? So over time, I eventually figured out the fractional breakdown of mathematical rhythms. But I didn't really understand that right away when I was a kid. When I was a little kid, I did it by feel and by listening and absorbing sounds. I wasn't really thinking about the mathematical end of things. There's other scientific aspects to music when it comes to sound and frequency and things like that. So there obviously is a mathematical element when it comes to music. But there's an emotional side to music, obviously. There's a side that has to do with how well you can feel a phrase, how well you can deal with it dynamically. And that has, I think, very little to do with math. So there is a sense of understanding that you have to have when you're looking at music. You can't just see notes and rhythms and apply no phrasing aspect to the music. Okay, so that's an important thing. So oftentimes you do see students who are very good at math do well in music because they have the spatial end of things working well in their brain, and that certainly helps when it comes to studying an instrument and getting good at it. So there's that part of it too. When you really do well with math and science, you can use that side of your brain to look into music as well, and it helps. Music provides a wonderful aid to academics. So they kind of feed off each other. They go back and forth. So there's so many positive aspects to studying music as a kid in terms of how it can help you develop. And in some ways, I think studying music and seeing the different things that go on in music actually helped me improve with math and science in school, because I did struggle with those subjects more than I sometimes want to admit. I did well in history, and I did well with poetry and creating things. And I'm a good improviser when it comes to playing the piano, so maybe that end of it just came natural to me. But there definitely is a lot of math in music. There's no doubt about that, but it's not everything. It's only one side. Math and music is not everything. There's poetry in music. There's feeling. There's romance, there's happiness, there's sadness, there's so many things that go beyond just straight math and fractional breakdowns of rhythm. So just food for thought. If you have any thoughts or comments, please leave them. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my website at www.christopherbrent.com and email me at chrisbrentmusic@gmail.com if you would like to look into lessons via Skype, or if you're local to the Detroit area, maybe you can come into my studio sometime. So I hope everybody's doing well, and I will talk to you all soon. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.